I always do that countdown thing, and I always kind of think to myself, "Why am I bothering? Why do you
I
bother?"
like it.
It builds up the tension, and then it starts, and you're like, "Oh, it was really underwhelming, really underwhelming." Um, Hello, I'm Paul from Paul's Beer Reviews, um, and right next to me is John from North Brewing Company.
Hi.
I thought I would come onto YouTube this evening and have a beer and say hello because I haven't checked in with you guys for a little while, and it's certainly off the cuff. It wasn't planned. We just thought, sod it, let's have a beer. Um, 20 to 9 on a Tuesday evening is probably the most random time I've ever started a live stream. So I understand if no one watches this evening. But as I say that, we've got 11 people in the chat already. So Jamie C is in. Jamie C, how are you, sir?
Yeah, boy.
This is first. First.
America's in there first, straight away.
It says evening, gents. Evening to you, Jamie. Thank you for
Hi,
joining us.
Joe.
How are you? How are you, my friend? Am I right in thinking you've moved? You've moved down south recently.
Making my way down south.
Making my way down south. Homebound. That one.
The White Chicks. Isn't that in White Chicks, that music?
White Chicks, probably. Standard White Chick song.
Oh, that's
Garrett is in. He says, "What's up, Paul and John? What's good, homie? What's good?
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother." Simo's in. Simo says, "Tuesday night drinking, you bloody reprobates."
I'm not drinking any alcohol at the moment.
Yeah. To be fair,
Because
I haven't had a beer yet, but I'm gonna.
I'm working on my set.
Oh yes, yes. So John has trashed his studio, but for good reason. For good reason. You're moving, big fella, aren't you?
I am. I'm moving. So I promised Lydia that I would do some packing tonight and at least start on this area. Because in this area, there's a lot of my junk.
Yeah.
And I mean a lot. I mean, I do stuff like this. I keep a box for a camera.
Of course.
Like I just keep the box.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. You might want to throw it out one day. Yeah.
Well, this is it, yeah.
They might have to return it.
I have my old snap-on tools.
Oh yes, lovely, lovely.
And of course, my customer service tool, which I like to use quite often.
Cheeky club hammer.
Yeah.
I need one of those. I need one of those. We're recently fencing in our garden, and the handle don't look too clever, does it?
No, I've been.
That would rip your hand to pieces. Yeah, I was recently fencing in our garden. I could really do with a club hammer, and I didn't have one, so I was trying to be really subtle with a sledgehammer instead. And that's not easy.
Well, you meant to use a sword. That's why.
It's a sword.
Cheating if you use a club hammer.
Very true. Very true. Jack Mead is in. Says evening all. Hello, Jack. How are you, buddy? How are you? The Beer Dog. Hello. Beer Dog is in.
Hi, Beer Dog.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give a comment. Love it. How are you, Beer Dog? Hope you're well. James says, no, he's still in New York. Where did I get that from? Why did I think he was on the move? He's still in New York.
Holiday, didn't he? He came to the UK briefly.
That was it?
Yeah.
He says he was in Canada at the weekend.
Canada?
Canada.
Maybe I've got it wrong as well.
Right. The Canadians. Drinking with the Canadians, he was.
The Canadians.
I
love the Canadians. I'm a Canadian, apparently.
Canadian.
They made me an honorary Canadian after the truck.
The Canadians love John. They love John. They love him. Chris is in. What's happening, Chris? What's happening, ladies? John and Paul. It's like a Beatles reunion. Enjoy the stream, lads. I ain't staying, but I hope everyone's good. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello at all. Do appreciate it. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Gaps is going to run to the store real quick, grab some beers. Oh, go on, son. Go on.
Get in there, boy.
Go. Get the beers in. Chris, don't forget, you know what? It's like the first part of a loaf of bread. Everyone touches it, but nobody wants it. Bosh! Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Filth. Absolute filth and smut from Chris. Certainly does. Thomas is in. Hello, Thomas. Says, wow, Paul and John are alive.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're alive.
We're alive. Are you taking the outside shed with you? You probably want to start packing that first.
No. No, that's They never got finished, actually.
That's a good
So
point, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was never revisited.
No, my mate got unwell, and I'm not really. I can do some things, but a builder, I am not.
That wasn't just any old build either. That thing was kind of slightly unsafe.
Yes. So we're now having to put it back. In fact, we've left it better because it'll be one usable space at least, not 2 cubicles, which it was no good to man or beast
Yeah.
at the time.
Paul Greenwood says, "Wow,
Right, Paul, this is my life. Blooming footballs in my house. Everywhere I look, there's a football something.
you could never have enough footballs when you're a youngster." It's a true story.
The boys are football mad. I know nothing about it.
Paul says, "Wow, Tuesday night tipple. All right, lads. How are you, Paul? How are you, sir? Hope you're well. CGR is in. Evening all. Evening, my friend.
That's
Always got his tape ready.
Woo!
Listen,
I'll mute whilst I'm using this. Hi, David Wilson.
David is in. How are you, David? Hope you're well, sir. Beardle says, "Can't stay long. Got to walk Tyrion in a bit and get an early night." Now, I know you start early doors, don't you, my friend? He doesn't mess about as a beard dog. He starts work at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Finishes at 2, starts again at 3. Mad. Taylor is in. He says, "Got this resting on the side as I have a dump. It's great company. May continue to watch after I finish." Okay. Jet Bennett says, "Wife and I just moved into our first home and need a break from boxes. This content is triggering." You're triggering him, John. You're muted.
I'm sorry, man. I've got to do it. I can't.
Yeah.
It's the wrath of the wife.
Yeah. David says, "Taylor, the only person that benefits is you and TG." There you go. David says, "Good, thank you, Paul. How's you and Abby?" We're both well. Thank you. Abby's just got home from work. She's not been in long at all, so I did us both a quick dinner. I did a burger. I did a burger this evening using fresh low-fat mince, a little bit of paprika, got some caramelized onions, fresh roll. Beautiful, beautiful. I need a beer. I'm going to do what all the other beery YouTube douchebags have been doing. I'm going to drink one of the Guinness Nitro Surge beers. And I've got the Nitro Surge Doodah. I've got it. I can feel people rolling their eyes right now, going, "Oh God, another one."
Even I'm doing a video on it.
Even John's doing a video on it.
Yeah, but it's a bit different from what you guys are doing.
I've got my Guinness glass. So you got to open the can gently. Open her up. You got to line up your thingamajig so that the little spout goes over the hole that you pour it in normally. I'm going to put it down there so I don't spill it everywhere. Like so.
Where do I start?
I turn it on, and the little harp on the top should light up.
Ah, yeah.
There it is. Yeah, baby. I'm going to get the mic out of the way because this could go horribly wrong. Turn my glass, keep the 45-degree angle, and I'm going to go, bosh! Don't let the spout touch the glass. Bit of concentration. Get the beer to about the top of the harp, like so. And then I'm going to sit and let that rest for about 60 seconds and then top it off. And my aim is to get the most beautifully domed head. That's what I'm going to go for.
I've got a beautifully domed head.
You do? I mean, is it just me, or do you still find this fascinating? Watching
it's great, isn't it? It's great
cool.
how it
is cool watching a Guinness develop. I know most people will have seen this a million times.
Oh, where do I start, Paul?
I don't know. You've got to start somewhere. Get the big expensive things packed, innit? That's what you got to do.
I can't turn that off.
That's the only thing you have to leave that till the end, aren't you? Really?
It's true, really.
But
Or
it's
do I
the only
start
thing.
on the back? Do I start on the back? I guess I could, couldn't I?
Got to clear that. So this is the end of an era. End of an era.
End of an era, people.
End of an era. So it's never going to see. So this would this. Do you reckon this could technically be the last stream that you're involved in from this room? Do you reckon? Or do you
Yeah,
reckon
quite possibly. Yeah, might be.
possibly.
I mean, we might do one where it's all bare. Possibly. My moving date is not so far away now. So less than a month.
That's awesome. Not far away now. Right. I'm going to top this up. So after a few seconds, it automatically turns itself off. So what you do, you don't have to turn it on again for the last bit. So you just go wallop again, all the way over. And we're looking for a nice domed head. Way. Holy monkey. Look at that bad boy.
You got leakage.
Lost a bit. There's my beer, mate. There it is. I might have put a little bit too. It looks like a Christmas pudding now.
Very nice.
We'll let that develop. But it looks like a Christmas pudding, but at the same time, it looks amazing.
Amazing what raisins can do.
It's the only thing. This glass, I've got like the standard Guinness glass, and I reckon that's a 500ml glass, maybe something like that. Certainly not big enough to fit one of them cans in.
Maybe they're accounting for people spilling stuff.
Maybe. But yeah, there is the domed Guinness. Cheers all, or Slonger.
Oh dear.
Right. Oh. Guinness on me tash. I'll tell you what, I'm not always one for gimmicks and gadgets and what's name when it comes to beer, but I do think that thing is the real deal.
It does seem to look good. I really want to know what it's all about. I have an idea for a video I'm going to do. But yeah, I think it seems to be a good thing.
It's easily the best glass of Guinness I've ever had from home. That's for sure. It is creamy. I do feel like the flavour's been slightly more enhanced by that.
He's got to go.
Not the duck.
Have a moment for Quite Nice. He's in the box.
Jack Band
Right.
is starting. Beer does may have one beer before bed, but I seem to have accrued a rather large selection at the moment. Yeah, Beer Dog's been on it. He's been on the beer reviews lately.
He is. He's bought a load off us.
Oh, that is nice.
I've got to decide what to keep as well. Some of this stuff, I think I've got a bin, to be honest.
Garrett's on his way with the beer skis. Baz is in. He says, "Good to see I'm not in that Nitro Surge gang. How do Paul and John?"
Hi, Baz.
He's not in it, but has Baz not done a Nitro Surge video? Then I think he's got to be. I think me and him are probably the only two beer reviews who haven't done one. Well, technically, I've done one now. Tyler's laughing. Just let's see the damage. Split the G and a domed belly, John. That's what happens in too much domed Guinness. I'll celebrate your.
You got me that.
Beautiful beer.
I'm binning the bottle though now.
You what?
I'm going to bin the bottle, but keep the goat.
You got to keep it, yeah. Keep the goat. I had a load of them on my Christmas tree this year. David Wilson says, "Is the chair going to the new house?"
The chair is going, although Liz is trying to get rid of it. She's trying to do me dirty on the chair, to be honest.
Shocking. Can't get rid of it. Shocking behaviour.
I know.
Jeez.
And it's when I told her it would look really nice in our new bedroom. She was like, "That is not going in the bedroom."
You can't throw away the chair. Yeah, I got a bit excited with the pour. I over dribbled a little bit, but it was a beautiful dome until I destroyed it. Garrett says, "Cheers, guys. Cheers, buddy." Oh, look who's in. Blind man.
It's Question of the Chemist.
Passion the chemist. Passion the chemist. How are you? How are you? Always time for a beer. Beer dogs is Jack Mead. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brian says, I haven't drank for 5 weeks. Gave up alcohol for Lent. Ah, fair play. Fair
Good
play.
man.
Good man, got long to go now, have you? What's Easter Sunday? Like 2 weeks away? 2 and a bit weeks away?
It's not long now.
Not long. Not long at all. Poznan Harvard for the Croatian badge. So which one is best of the best? Depends what you're referring to. I'll just say the answer is me. Best of the best. It resisted the Nitro Surge. Rare thing for me to have any resistance. Well, do you know what? I've wanted one of these Nitro Surge devices ever since they announced they were bringing them out. And when I went to Guinness last summer, I thought I'll grab one when I'm there. If I could get one, could not get one. There wasn't any in the huge Guinness store at the storehouse. So yeah, and then it came out at Tesco with no real Brew London special. I think I still got my.
Everything's got a memory on it. Oh,
yeah,
gosh. It's going to make me emotional. This.
All the drinking doodahs.
Spaz coming out.
Love it. But yeah, you couldn't get one of these Nitro Surge things at Guinness last summer, but now they're in Tesco's. And they didn't make a big deal out of releasing it either, which was annoying. But there you go. Craig H, evening gents, evening all. Hello, Craig. How are you, sir? Hope you're well. Monies, was it Canadian? Canadian monies.
Canadian $5.
Canadian. Jim says we'll be making. Hello, Jim. Jim will be making Mexican street tacos for dinner. Ooh. Nice. Taco.
Very nice, Jim. Very nice indeed.
Do like a taco. I just love Mexican food in general. To be, I had what did I have yesterday? I had turkey fajita wraps last night because I like to eat meat, but I'm trying to eat low fat meats. I'm assuming you drunk that one.
I did.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw away the cans, but I feel like I'm going to have to throw away the cans.
Mm.
Oh, so sad.
Oh.
I'm such a sentimental old fart.
You can't. Never look back. Change is always good.
Back and I guess what I say.
On the 7th of April, I'll make up for it. Go into a massive rave. Rave up. He's fighting Sunday against 18-time world champion, hopefully. # Bruce Lee. You're fighting Bruce Lee? You should cane him. You should absolutely batter Bruce Lee. I imagine he looks all right mess these days. Barry says, I went in Tesco, looked at it, picked it up, left it on the shelf. Gas Monkey, what was that? Cinnamon what?
Tequila.
Cinnamon tequila. Oh, nice.
You didn't make it anymore, but it was good whilst it lasted.
Cinnamon tequila. Why did the Mexican push his wife off the cliff?
I don't know. Tequila. Oh, dear. I really need scissors. The Stanley knife's not doing well with the bubble wrap.
Right, time to walk the dog. Have a good evening, guys. Same to you, Beer Dog. Have a good one. Lovely to see you.
Say hello to Shane for me.
Yes. Best wishes to all of you. David says by Chris. Brian says, missed you guys. You always cheer me up. So here's a virtual cheers. Pretend Guinness. Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers to you. I need to tune in to your radio show in the mornings. I haven't had the chance to listen to it for a while. I've just been busy. But yeah, Coast. Here's Coast FM. I'll just give the wrong name, have I? Coast FM. Rich does the morning show. And yeah. All you got to do, text in, say hello. And that was a Starship Enterprise, which is whizzed past. You get it all on a Tuesday night stream. See you, Beer Dog. This is Bazza. This is Guinness are opening a brewery in London. They are indeed. In Covent Garden area. Quite excited about that. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to be a proper Guinness whore and make my way down there as soon as that place opens. I'm quite excited. Barman says, "What do you call a magician's dog?" A Labracadabrador.
Yeah. Right. So normal size Hot Wheels.
Normal size Hot Wheels.
Yeah. A little tiny American NASCAR that I got.
Yeah.
But then look at this. This is unbelievable. This is a tiny McLaren F1. And it's got all the detail. You can't, but it's literally got even the tail lights, everything. It's like really well modelled. And it's like the size of me.
It's teeny tiny.
Tiny, tiny.
I used to get the Matchbox cars.
Yeah.
They don't do them anymore, do they? Matchbox?
Yeah, they do Matchbox. Yeah, it's just Matchbox got bought by Hot Wheels. So,
Oh,
but yeah, this has even got rubber tires on it. It's absolutely tiny.
wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Look, they've just got like really, really tiny mechanics that make them.
Must be.
Like, like the borrowers.
Like the borrowers, yeah.
They're in a massive factory making tiny cars.
True.
Must be.
I might actually bubble wrap that because I feel like it could break. Because it's only made of plastic.
We don't do the breakfast show. Hey, do you know? You don't do the breakfast show anymore. We do Thursdays, 2 till 4. Is that it? Just Thursdays, 2 till 4. God, this used to do every morning. Every morning. Slacking now, slacking. Dave says, yes, Covent Garden. We'll be visiting too. Be interesting to see what beers they brew. Absolutely. David, my friend, we'll make it a date. We'll make it a date. We'll meet up, have a good lash up. Blind says, oh, John, mate, I bought a number 9 Kisane NASCAR baseball cap with Budweiser on the side.
Oh, yeah, boy.
They don't get much more American than that, does it? A NASCAR cap with Budweiser written on it.
I love a bit of NASCAR.
Love that.
In fact, I've got a NASCAR T-shirt I bought with Paul and Abby.
You did? You bought it in that old that vintage store, didn't you? On Brick Lane. They had some cool stuff in that shop, to be fair.
Oh, man. If I'd had a grand on me and didn't mind facing the wrath of my wife, I would have come back with loads of
you wouldn't have had a grand. Yeah. You wouldn't have had a grand left. Guinness will be £7 a pint in London Brewery, no doubt. I have no doubt whatsoever. I have no doubt whatsoever. You certainly won't be getting a cheap pint in there. That's for sure. I think when you consider you go to the Brewdog bars and they charge more to drink their beer in there than they do anywhere else, I imagine Guinness would be something similar.
Funny, our new bar's right next to the Brewdog bar. It's 100 foot from the other one.
It is indeed. Steve says, oh yeah, I hope you gents have a good... Stuntman Steve is in. Stuntman Steve!
Hello, Stuntman Steve.
Steve, how are you, sir? How are you? Oh, it's creamy. That's what she said. Paul, my favourite band at the moment is Metallica. Can't stop listening. Oh, it's got to... What happened?
It was the gear knob off my old transporter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like that. I thought it's just nicked a 5-ball from a random bar somewhere. Nothing else matters. Great tune. Great tune. And they've got their new album out a few weeks. It's very exciting. Very exciting. First new album in like 8 years or something stupid like that. It's amazing how quickly the time goes.
Look at this. Look at that for a pint glass.
Oh, is that Big Corner?
Yeah.
Or Big Wave, should I say? Yeah, Big Wave. Yeah, Kona Brewing. I knew what I meant. Kona Brewing.
I might have lifted it from a bar in Liverpool.
That's all right. That is quite nice, that.
I did ask, though.
That is very nice. I quite like Kona beer. I think you can still get Kona beer in... is it Marks and Spencer's that sell it?
I had it on draft. I've never had it on draft. It was amazing.
I've never had it on draft. Never, ever.
Mate,
I remember that in Liverpool last year. I was well impressed by the beers that they did have on tap where we went. It seemed to be a really good selection.
Mate, you guys, we missed out last time. You've got to go to the Shipamita.
Oh,
It is beer porn heaven. It is incredible.
oof, that
They're
sounds.
like there was so much stuff. Paulana on draft. You had, I'm sure I saw a Bitburger. I mean, there was
Nice.
just so much. There was so much on draft. It was incredible, incredible.
That does sound good, man. I know I'll keep hearing legendary things about that place. Passion the Chemist, Part 2. Blind Man's World. Place is nice, John. Can visit there as well as yours. Gonna go have a pint of Brewdog and a pint at Law's Brewing Company.
You can.
Shocking behaviour. All good. Take it the name. It did a little bit. But Steve's Place. Steve's Place. It's no longer Stuntman Steve. It's now Steve's Place. I like the logo. I like the thumbnail. Quite cheery. It looks like a Saturday night family TV show. I'm getting those kind of vibes off of it. Handsome John, good luck with the move. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, mate. I hate
Never
moving. I hate it. I've
Never
avoided
nice.
it for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, 10 years I've lived here.
Like
I've managed to avoid it, and I've got 3 kids. Well, I sent you a video, didn't I, the other day, Paul, of what my house can sometimes look like with everybody in it, and I just need a bigger house now. The only thing is, the new house doesn't have as much living space in it as this one, but it has more bedrooms. And ultimately, the most important, it has more toilets, which means I can have a bath in peace.
That's a big deal. Being able to lock your bathroom.
Okay,
That
I
is a
don't
big
have
deal.
to have Micah and Kobe coming in and sitting down and yeah, you can imagine.
I missed that. Brad says, "Hello, peeps. Haven't seen you for a while, Paul. There, pops. Hope you're okay, fella. I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. I just busy, man. Busy. Just the new job has completely changed my schedule about, and I just don't get the time to do this stuff much at the moment, which is a shame. I'm trying to work it out still, but yeah. I was talking to John earlier and I said, I fancy doing a live and checking in with everyone and saying hello. So here we are. So I hope you're well, brothers. I hope things are good. Hope you're well. Who's drinking a beer? Dare I ask on a Tuesday evening? Dare I ask? Damn, Brad. That's it. I'm off. Brad's here. Steve's turning you off. Yeah. Steve, you dick. See, Brad. Only you, Bradley. Rich says, imagine a banana peanut butter chocolate stout. Would that work, or am I going over the top?
It'd be hard to make, but it'd probably do all right.
Pretty interesting. I mean, a peanut butter chocolate stout, love them. When they get them right, they're awesome. Chuck a bit of banana in the mix.
No.
I'll be up for that. Dave says, hello, Brad. How's you and the family? Steve says hello to Mr. Wilson. Rich says, John's moving. So good luck, mate. Prayers with you. No stress.
I'm trying not to stress. I've got it all going on at once. You know, like most people, you just do one thing at a time, but it seems like that is an impossible thing in my life. It seems to be 10 things at once.
Yeah. How often in life have you ever got one thing to think about? Doesn't happen, does it?
No.
Doesn't happen. There's multiple things. The beauty of life, I guess.
It's a beautiful thing.
Brad says, hello, Dave. How you doing? We're all good, thank you, man. Mia's growing up fast. Nice one for asking. Bless.
Oh,
Bless
her. I bet she's getting to that point where she's giving you verbal back, giving you a bit of grief.
Shut your face, Dad.
Sass. That's what mine does. When she's like, "Yeah, all right, Dad. Whatever." They're so cute when they're little, man.
How old is she now, Brad? She must be pushing 1. Over 1.
Why have I got a magic tree that I've never used?
Little tree. Little one. Drinking my way through a litre of Boxcar Native Place Pale Ale. Ooh, don't think I've had that one. Don't think I've had that one. Boxcar. Didn't they go into administration last week?
They did. They did indeed. But there's a lot that are going, but then the brands are sticking around. Other bigger companies are buying the brands up.
Yeah, they're just using all the recipes and still brewing the beer. A bit like Curious Brew with wild beer.
Yeah.
Dave says, all good, thanks, Brad. Steve's just tried my first porter the other day. Lovely it was. I like a porter. I do like a porter every now and then. I'll be drinking. We've got Anspach Hop Days London Black on at my bar at the moment, and it is delicious. It is delicious. The keg version, very nice. Do recommend that. Very good porter. Hi Steve. Okay, thanks. How are you? Says David. Rich says, what do you call a man who lives under a car? Jack. He says, I'm good. Says, oh, Paul, how are you enjoying Newcastle United? You're still not below. You're still not above us, though, are you? Even though we're awful and our manager's about to get sacked, you're still not above us. So, hold your horses, son. Hold your horses. We have been awful this season. Absolutely. I don't even like football at the moment. I don't even like. I just wish the season was over. I'm so disconnected with Spurs at the moment. It's depressing. It's depressing. I'm drinking Brewdog's Guinness knockoff. Oh, how dare you! How dare you! Rich says, love that joke from the NASCAR fan. They said, what's your favourite beer? He said, an open one. Whee!
Yes.
He's not wrong, though, is he? He's not wrong.
Where am I going to put this thing? Do you think this is going to survive a move?
If you wrap it up properly.
I don't want to put that in there with that screen.
Oh, God.
Nearly went.
Nearly. I thought it was a sneeze. The Boxcar was guest beer from Hogsback Brewery this week. Oh, very nice. Very nice. We'll be playing you in the Champions League. I don't think we're going to qualify for the Champions League. And I don't really care. I don't care if we're there or not. The only people who seem to care about are the owners because they get the money. I don't see a penny of it. So we're not good enough to be in the Champions League. Boo. No. I just cracked a beer from Lidl. I only picked up because I'm a sucker for can art. It's called Steam Brew. Session IPA. Don't know if I have indeed. I have the silver can, isn't it? Silver can with a gold top with a nice big illustration.
Like green and like a teal colour branding, writing. Yeah,
that sounds about right. Yeah, they're German, aren't they? Steam Brew, German brewery. They've got a few different beers. Friar Joseph Brew Review, just subbed you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, buddy. Friar Joseph Brew Review, new one on me. I'm assuming you also have a channel, my friend. I will sub you back, mate. I'll sub you back. Thank you very much. Check out Friar Joseph Brew Review. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Whereabouts are you from? Where are you from, my friend? Dave Wilson said, Bradford memory, that tastes more like a lager. I think I reviewed it. And it was a really odd beer. Because I think I got the same kind of thing. I think it was kind of like a sort of IPL vibes. And yeah, it was nice, though. I quite enjoyed it. Rich says, I told my American mate off last month. I'm not one to judge, but he was chugging Bush Light. So I've never had Bush Light.
No, me neither. You can't get it anywhere, can you?
No, not really. I don't think I've ever even seen it. I don't think I've ever seen Bush Light. Like Josie says, if you're talking to me, you can't hear. Wife yapping in my ear. That's brilliant. Well, I need another Guinness.
I don't even think I've got any beer in the house.
Shocking. I'm going to do another Nitro Surge. Another one. So 2 for 2. Get out of the way. Boom. Bad boy on there. Turn it on. There we go. Look at his paw. Wallop.
What up?
Wallop.
What up? What up? Hey, what up? There's a Chaz and Dave song called Wallop, isn't there?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Let that settle. Let it settle. Hold it here. In front of the screen so we can watch the magic. Look at that. I still find that hypnotising.
It's amazing. It's like watching a fire, isn't it?
It kind of is, yeah. You can't look away from a flame. I like watching fire. That's kind of what that is. And that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, if you're a Guinness fan and you haven't tried this yet, I do recommend it. I do recommend it. It was 22 quid for the actual Nitro Surge device. Easy for me to say. 22 quid with a club card for the Nitro Surge device, and I paid 7 quid, I think, for 4 of these big Nitro Surge cans, which isn't awful. I think 7 quid for 9 or 4 pints of Guinness. That's not bad. But yeah, that is nearly set. I'll get the rest of that in and dome my head on it without spilling it over the top like I did with the last one. Which is, that reminds me of that comedian off Never Mind the Buzzcocks, the one with the ginger beard and bald head.
Cheers, thanks.
Brad says, yeah, it's slightly a lager. Reminds me of Goose on the Loose. Yeah, that wasn't that an IPL? The Goose Island one. I'm sure that was an IPL as well.
I'm hanging out me on air sign.
Oh, that is an end of an era. When the on air sign come down.
It's crazy because I got this originally, this old Welsh dresser, for 35 quid. And I sanded it down and painted it with black emulsion to make it look a bit funky.
Emulsion.
And then me and my mate, we did a couple of little silly YouTube videos. If you go back and look on the Lord's Brewing Co channel at the first videos, they were a bit of fun. And then we didn't do anything with the channel at all. It was just left there on its own. Look at that dome. Oh,
look at that. The head looks like it's like not even attached to the beer. Oh, porn.
And then me and Lids in lockdown restarted the channel and did quizzes during lockdown to keep people sane and to try and sell some beer. And I've kind of been doing YouTube in here ever since, really. So, yeah. But you've got to move on, haven't you?
You've got to move on. Life stands still for no man. Or time stands still for no man. Going in again. Slonger.
So we've just got to keep going. I have got, hopefully in the new bar, a nice podcasting room.
Oh. So yeah. God, stuck to me tash. Yeah, John's got loads going on. New bar, new home. It's safe to say you've got a bit going on, son.
Yeah.
Got it going on.
I've got a Hip Hop's beer shop glass. They've gone bust.
They have, haven't they?
That's a shame. Yeah, they were good people.
Good. Turn the volume up now. I've got a piece. Slow it. Anything is a drink for when you feel 20 stone. That is the thing with Guinness. After a few, it does start to get a little bit heavy. I won't deny it. The things come to those who wait. Watching Guinness is orgasm for the eyes. Yeah, I love watching it. I was going to use my Nitro search tonight. Beat me to it. Get it out. Get it out. Have a go. Let's all have a good Guinness. But to be honest, it's not the best. It's got a horrible metallic twang to it. There's only 179, so I can't complain, but won't buy it again. I haven't had it for a couple of years, that steam brew thing, but I did quite enjoy it. Quite enjoyed it. I did quite enjoy it. Rich says, "Bida burrub her boo bubber."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll never forget that. The first time Rich came and was in the chat for the first time, and I thought he was taking a mick. I couldn't decide if he was taking a mick or if he was drunk. And I was reading his comments out, but they didn't make any sense. So I'm going blip, 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 like that. And then I was informed that Rich has a bit of a sight issue. Then I felt very silly afterwards. And he's never let me forget it, have you, Richie bastard? I was taking a mick because this lad's had a few. He can't find the buttons. Do you think it's another gimmick by Guinness, or does it taste better? There's not a massive difference in the flavour, but the mouthfeel is incredible. It is. I tell you what, I would rather drink that than the Guinness in most of the pubs in my neck of the woods. Let's put it that way. It's the creaminess, the body. It certainly enhances it. It makes it a much more enjoyable drinking experience. I will say that. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, I grant you. And I don't know if they're going to reduce the price of the cans now that, most people who want the Nitro Surge will have bought it. I do wonder if they'll bring down the price of the cans.
I hope so.
When I think you can get 4 pint cans of Guinness now for like £6.
Oh, my kids.
I can't hear him, bro. Call him Dad.
Oh, my kids are so cute.
But no, I'm really impressed with it. I'm really impressed with it, Friar Joseph. It looks great. I mean, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. The lacing, the domage, the theatre. For a home poured pint of Guinness, that's as good as it gets. What's it say at the bottom? Beer. That works. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Rich says, WWE still in denial. You're ginger, John.
I'm not ginger.
And you're not in the WWE either. John, are you looking forward to WrestleMania?
What?
What?
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania soon. WrestleMania.
No idea.
To be honest with you, Paul, I can't justify paying £22 and having to get the Nitro Guinness cans for it as well. Yeah, I totally get that. I think the Crummy Beard did a video where he had the Nitro set with one of the pint cans of Guinness, like normal Guinness. I can't remember what his assessment was, whether or not he thought it was good or not. Excuse me. I have to have a view. Crummy Beard, check him out. Check out the video.
He's out close now to 1,000. He's like right there, isn't he?
What's that?
How close is Tom to 1,000 now? He's like right on the line.
He's pretty close, isn't he?
That'd be good if we could. We get him. How many people are in chat?
23.
23. Let's see. Let's have a look.
Bird. He needs another 36. 36 subscribers. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the Crummy Beard, do consider it, because he's really close to 1,000, and it will that'll be made up, won't he? If that happens.
He would. He's worked hard with his channel as well.
Yeah. Evening tree dude, how are you? What's happening, dude? Are you a tree? Is it a talking tree?
Could be.
Could be. Far says good, Paul. Thank you. Cans, low, dope. Can't spell today. Bless you, Steve. I know what you meant. It ain't cheap. Paul is molesting his mic. I do like to get sensual with the mic. So we do. Do you think Guinness changed its recipe in recent years? Not that I've noticed. Not that I've noticed. Do you reckon they have?
What?
Burr? You're
I think
skipping
they
and
might have changed it from what it was like 10 years ago.
I guess most of. I mean, I don't think they've changed. I don't think they've deliberately changed the recipe. I think surely they would have made some sort of announcement if the recipe had been changed, wouldn't they? I mean, recipes will always change because malts change, grains change, hops change. So yeah, and people's tastes change. Everything's always changing if you think about it. But I don't know. I think if Guinness were to change the recipe, they would have to make a huge deal out of it, wouldn't they? Surely. I don't know.
I think it's probably changed from what it was maybe. Sorry, I was just trying to get Crummy's link on the chat.
Mm.
I think it might have changed from what it was 10 or 20 years ago.
See, I mean, 20 years ago, I definitely wasn't drinking Guinness, but I don't know if there's much difference. I don't know. I mean, when I was drinking Guinness at Guinness last year, it was the most complex pint of Guinness I've ever had, and that's saying quite a lot because Guinness does not have a complex taste. Guinness for me, I was having this chat over the weekend because I was drinking some beautiful stouts at the weekend, and I was saying that although Guinness is a stout, at the same time, Guinness is almost its own genre of beer. Guinness is almost its own thing. For me, there's not another stout like it. It's like I can say I'm in the mood for a stout, and I won't think about drinking a Guinness. But then I can say, "Oh, I'm in the mood for a Guinness," because for me, there's nothing else quite like a Guinness.
Yeah, I
It's
agree
weird.
with that.
It's weird. I don't think there's another beer that has that that has that appeal. Another beer that has that power. Where it's almost a league of its own in what it does.
And you know the weird bit is you have 4 pints of that, and then the next day you're good as gold.
Yeah. That's another interesting thing about good beer as well. If you drink good beer, you can session good craft beer, and you wake up the next day, and generally you're going to be all right. But if you have the same amount of a bad mass-produced lager, for example, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to feel like crap the next day. Tree Deer, so that's a lovely French dresser.
Thank you very much.
Has a fan.
I paid 35 quid for that off Facebook Marketplace.
Nice.
I haven't. I daren't look in the cupboard just yet. I've already filled one box.
Oh dear. First drink I'm getting is Guinness. Easy. Gormrich. Love the reviews, Paul Keeper. Thank you very much. Ida N. Hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Dave says, Paul, have you tried one of those cans without using the toy? I haven't. I haven't done it without the toy. Has anyone had one of these cans yet without using the toy? I love how David calls it a toy. I kind of get the feeling he's not a fan. Get the impression he's not interested. John's muted himself again. He's talking, but can't hear him. Can't hear him. Touche. You guys never let me forget Pastor the Chemist. And another prick in the wall. I forgot about that one. I still have the screen recordings. I watch them sometimes to laugh. Yeah, I got it up on my Facebook thing when you said that, and we read it. We just burst out laughing.
That was the funniest, one of the funniest moments of what are your top 10 funny moments of live streams? Top 10 funniest things that we've done doing YouTube, where things have just got really silly.
That's definitely up there. The Passion of the
yeah.
one was really good. What was another good one? There was one that made me laugh the other week when we were doing a stream together.
The can with the Guinness
The can. Yeah, the can with a widget in it, didn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, we were saying. Can you imagine if the your penis made that noise when you moved it? So it was like clicking every time. John had the can in his hand and started doing that, rattling it, and we all found that hilarious. And then John said something like, "Imagine if he always made that noise, you'd always get caught, wouldn't you?" And that just seemed to tickle everyone. We were in stitches for ages after that.
It was funny, wasn't it? And then what about? I'm trying to think of other funny, mate. What about the beer reviewer where David Wilson and Kent Beer Reviews just watch you, me, and Chris absolutely murder drunkenly reviewing some poor brewery's beer.
That was funny. We were drinking a really good beer from Redemption, and for some reason, we all kind of hit the giggles at the same time. We'd had a few by that point, but we went into this kind of giggle phase, and it was probably the worst time to review a beer. But I mean, I laughed, and the video did well. So obviously, everyone else thought it was funny too. So that was good.
That was a good one. I think going on Crummy's live stream after I'd had an absolute skinful.
Oh God, yeah, that was funny. I watched that back. That was funny. Have a crap Guinness. Speaking of WWE, fucking hate Roman Reigns. He's getting better. He's getting better, but he's different era WWE. Now. I have to keep telling myself that now. It's not what it was because I'm old and wrestling's changed. Unfortunately, this is what it is. I'm taping this live. Hello. The only reason I wasn't is because of Tom. He did a review of actual Heineken from Holland. Was he really? They've got actual Dutch Heineken in Lidl at the moment.
Wow. Who'd have funked it?
I haven't watched WWE since Undertaker's last match. I like to keep up to date with WWE. I don't watch it as such, but I watch the YouTube channel and the highlights and that. Yeah,
I don't get it. It's all pretend.
Yeah, we know it's pretend. It's staged, of course it is, but it's a TV show, isn't it? It's not like a boxing match. These guys are still athletes, though, aren't they? You know.
The only thing I can compare it to is Monster Jam, because Monster Jam's exactly the same, where they're all the same monster truck. They've just got a different body on, and all the drama, and it's a world championship. Every race is a world championship.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all the theatre of it, I guess.
Yeah, well, the Americans go all out for everything they do, don't they? Like you compare the WWE to the old British wrestling, giant haystacks and people like that. They were just big fat blokes, whereas now they're bodybuilders covered in baby oil. It's completely different. Americans have done everything more glamorous. It's what they do. I'm talking 1990s to present. So is that in the change of Guinness, you reckon? That is interesting. Bradley's well excited about Lidl. Well excited. Imagine what Guinness tasted like 100 years ago.
Oof, yeah, I'd like to try that.
I'd like to know. I'd imagine what the first batch of Guinness that they were actually happy with would have tasted like. Going back in time and finding that out.
Well, they wouldn't have nitroed it either. Would have been no.
No, definitely not. Well, Guinness Original, isn't it? It's just you still buy Guinness Original.
I tell you what, I'd love to try, and I've never had the Nigerian version of Guinness.
Or the foreign extra stout.
Yeah.
I've got a bottle of that.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where it's actually made in Nigeria?
Yeah. There it is. Look, Guinness. Foreign extra stout, and it says up top, brewed in Nigeria.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have that.
Nigeria.
The Hofmeister glass is going away.
Beautiful glass. Beautiful
Can I
glass.
say that this bubble wrap sucks? Literally, I am touching it, and I can feel the bubbles bursting underneath my hands.
That's not good.
I might as well just wrapped it in blooming paper.
That would have been very good. Yeah, Brad should get a job for Lidl. He's a Brad the Lidl-saurus. There is a link to the Crummy Beard. If you'd like to subscribe to our friend Tom, his quality of his production on his channel was embarrassingly good. And I've been doing it a little longer than he has, but it puts me to shame.
Where is he now? He is currently at Fart Nugget.
Fart Nugget. Will have changed his believe that ABV has dropped. What was Guinness originally? I mean, this stuff is 4.1, isn't it? The Nitro version.
Do you know what's fascinating is when you look at when I've tried old beers, they don't have ABVs on them on the bottles.
Mm.
So I guess I don't know whether they didn't check for it or I don't know.
Maybe. As it wasn't so strict back then when they had to kind of announce it.
966 subs is that? Can we get into
He's had, what, a couple more? That's not bad.
Yeah.
If you want to sub, give him a sub. I know he'd appreciate it. Treager says I don't like Guinness, Stout, and Porter. I do try it, but not a regular tipple. That's fair. That's fair. I know a lot of people don't like Guinness. Again, I think like people feel like they're under pressure to like it because it's Guinness. And again, I think that's the strength of the brand. You know?
Yeah.
Like just because it is an institution doesn't mean you have to like it. You know, there are stouts out there that are better than Guinness. I will say that without hesitating. There are stouts out there that are better than Guinness, but something about Guinness is just a standout beer on its own. It's like I say, it's its own style. It's weird.
I like Murphy's. Do you like Murphy's?
I like Murphy's. Yeah, Murphy's is decent.
I don't like Murphy's as well.
Murphy's decent too. I've never had Caffrey's.
I've had Caffrey's. It's all right.
Yeah, I've never had it. Never had Caffrey's. I want to go to the Guinness Brewery in Dublin. Yeah, the store. I went to the storehouse, and that was great. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Excuse me, Steve. At this point, he should be paying me. Yeah, you watch Brad's when he's next online. He'll be wearing one of them Lidl jumpers, Lidl t-shirt, and that. It's gonna be sponsored by Lidl. True, dude. Yeah, Brad Evans isn't a Guinness fan either. There you go. Over in Ireland, when the new glasses came out, the farmers were bitching the glass ruined the taste. Oh, that's interesting.
I can believe it. I mean, it's one of those iconic things. So, like, you know, Jeep had the Wrangler.
Mm.
So when they changed the headlights from round to square, people picketed and protested outside of Chrysler Jeep headquarters to make them round again. And then on the following model, they put them back to being round.
Wow. Bloody hell.
It's because the brand is so strong.
Yeah. Mad. I never tasted a Guinness in Dublin. I hadn't tasted a Guinness in Dublin until last year, to be fair. It was an experience. It was just completely different from anything I'd ever had before. It was well worth it. If you're interested, I do recommend everyone does it. Whether we like it or not, the three biggest names in beer world are Guinness, Budweiser, and Heineken.
True. Well, AB InBev. No, AB Budweiser is AB InBev. What's the other one? Diageo and
Diageo, yeah.
Molson Coors.
Molson Coors, yeah, they're pretty huge, aren't they?
There's another one, Jim's Bottle Shop. They've gone as well.
They've gone, yeah. It's a damn shame. Did you ever speak to? Is it Emma?
Yeah, I spoke to Emma there literally this morning.
Oh, nice. How is she?
She's doing all right. She's she went to work for another brewery, but found out it was a bit of a nightmare. Oh. And then she's now helping somebody with a startup business, which is like a cafe bar thing. She's absolutely loving it. So
good.
I tried to get her to come and work for me, but she won't. She's having such a good time doing what she's doing, which I can't blame me if you're in. There's a lot to be said for enjoying your job, you know.
There is. If you enjoy your job, you're doing all right, aren't you? Getting paid for doing something you enjoy, that's the dream, isn't it?
You can't go wrong with that.
No. Other than Guinness, I prefer Bavarian beers. Next month, I'm in Bavaria. I'm excited. I would be excited as well.
Yeah, me too.
That is one thing I've got to do is get to Germany and drink some good German beer. I said I did. It goes flat, no head at all. So use the toy. There you go, David. You've got to use the toy. Use the toy. Ada says, thoughts on Beavertown Solar Flare Double IPA. Have you tried it? I have tried it. And I thought it was okay. It was okay. I can't remember the last time I had a genuinely good beer from Beavertown, unfortunately. I mean, I still don't mind drinking neck oil. But yeah, unfortunately, Beavertown are definitely not what they once were, which is a shame. And that's just when Heineken got their dirty mitts into them.
Dirty.
Dirty Dutch hands. Ilkorva says, that short you made of Mark really drunk at the London Beer Festival is a recurring highlight.
Mate.
Funny. That was
there was so much you didn't see that we should have filmed.
Yeah, Mark was hilarious.
Oh my god.
He is a hilarious drunk. And it was just weird because we lost him for like, what, 2 hours? 2.5 hours? And he was fine. And then he came back just off his nut, completely out of his tree. And
been with Redeem, isn't he?
Yeah, he'd been hanging around Budvar, just drinking pint after pint. So I had to take a video of him, just how out of his head he was. I was just like, Mark, what's your impressions of the first day of Through London? He just couldn't get his words out. It was great. That's a short. That's one of my shorts I did on the channel. One of only the few shorts I've ever done. But yes, I still watch that back. It's a very funny video, that one.
He is such a pleasant person.
He is.
To be around when he's drunk.
He's a nice drunk. He's a funny drunk. Yeah.
There's no there's no nastiness, no being aggressive. Just good fun.
It's funny watching people get drunk. John likes to start a row when he's had a few beers. John likes to fight everyone.
I've only well, yeah, it's 50-50. Well, actually, no, it's not 50-50. It's like I don't know. It's what's the third? There's 3 ways I go. I'm either really jolly and happy,
33.3%.
Yeah, or I'm like really angry, or I want to cry all the time. It's one of the 3. And it's normally, to be fair, it's normally the happy one, the being silly. But just occasionally, if somebody triggers, then I get angry.
Yeah,
But I'm not that bad. I only did. We were together once, and so somebody was being horrible to a woman, wasn't they?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the train station. We were there on the platform waiting for a train, and some bloke was giving this woman a hard time.
He banged her head against the chair on the train.
Yeah,
and then he shouted that he was going to do something pretty bad to her.
Yeah,
and then I just was like, enough.
Yeah, a line was crossed at that point. So John was just like, right.
And Paul's looking on his phone like this, trying to work out.
I was sitting there like trying to figure out what time the train was coming. I just heard John having a go at this bloke, and I was just like, oh, for God's sake. But I was like, I bring him down to London for a night out, and what's he do?
He buggered off though, didn't he? And
yeah. Soon as because you stood up, I turned around, I see you rear up on him. I thought, oh, for God's sake, that means I've got to get up as well. So we both walked over there, and I think the guy just saw 2 large, beardy, short-haired people and thought, sod that, and went. So yeah,
and then the 2 train conductor people, they were like, oh, thanks, lad.
They didn't come over, did they? Oh, chocolate delivery.
Come say hello. We're on
I
pause.
did.
Hey, Paul.
Look how naked the background is.
Yeah, the packing's going well.
It's
It
been
is.
packing. So it's
I kind
emotional.
of expected to come back to no packing being done.
Isn't that amazing though? She's brought you chocolate to cheer you up. That's pretty awesome.
That's a good one.
That's love. That is,
That
babes.
is love.
That is.
Yeah. She's trying to keep me fat. She likes some big.
She likes a bit of kush with the push.
She's the chubby chester.
Oh yeah.
Actually, that's camera gear, and if I put that in that box, I'm never going to see it again. So I will leave that there.
Top 10 funniest live stream moments. That would be a good idea to kind of go through like funny moments on live streams and put it together. I would watch that. I'd love to watch that.
Oh, there's definitely some crackers out there. Some absolute.
You're absolutely right, David. We weren't that drunk at all because David was with us at the time when we recorded that Great British Beer Festival review. We weren't that drunk, but for some reason we just all got the giggles at the same time. I don't know why. I don't know what was so funny. Like I say, David was there. Craig from Kent Beer Reviews, Kent Beer Reviews. He was there, and we just burst out laughing. I could not stop laughing. It was ridiculous. It made no sense whatsoever.
It was quality. It was quality. It was just silly, wasn't it? We just got. I think because we were on camera as well. Once we started, you opened it and you got your words wrong, didn't you?
I went to do the intro, like, "Hi, welcome to Paul's Beer Reviews," and I just ended up going, "Bah!" just shouting. It just made no sense whatsoever, and that was it. That just set us off. Just started laughing. Made no sense. But no, we weren't even that drunk. We were just having a good day. We were just having fun.
Buzzed, I think the word is.
Yes, yeah. Love the Beavertown artwork. Edgy. Gives me a headache. Yeah, there's a Beavertown artwork has always been very good, hasn't it? There's a lot going on with their cans, but the beers, yeah, unfortunately, it's just not what they were. Thomas, Jim father had 3 sons, Billy and Bob. What was the name of the third son?
Billy and Bob. What was the name of the third?
Jim father had 3 sons.
Jim.
Jim. Oh, yeah, of course it was. Yeah. See, not just pretty faces. We know what's going on.
Took us a while.
So getting ready. Stage, but still dangerous. Skilled performers. Yeah, WWE. Yeah, it is. Honestly, those guys, they've got to be huge. They've got to be big to do what they do. At the end of the day, they're throwing themselves around all over the place for a living. That's going to take a toll on your body. You know, serious toll. Look at Hulk Hogan. The guy's got like 2 new knees, 2 new hips. He can barely stand up straight. You know, but he's one of the biggest legends in the history of it. But he's paying for it now. You know.
Well, it was it. I remember. I'll tell you who I do remember because all my mates had the little dolls. Hulk Hogan. The what was he called? The big tall guy with the big black cowboy hat on and the big jacket.
Undertaker.
That was it. What was the other? Randy Savage. Remember him?
Savage. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's someone else that I remember who looks a bit like had the Kiss makeup thing going on.
Sting.
It might have been. Yeah.
See,
more football stuff.
Football stuff. Oh god.
They're absolutely mad on it in this house. Come
on, City.
I know nothing about football at all.
They've done the 330ml Heineken in Tesco for at least 5 years. Are they really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I did not know you could get Dutch Heineken in Tesco.
Lids.
Oh, that would make an interesting video. I'll do a comparison. I only watched WWE pay-per-views. Taker said it means soap opera, and John, you've ruined my childhood saying it's pretend. I thought it was real. Please like and share. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, if you can be bothered, give it a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. It helps with the algorithms and all that stuff. Lets people know what we're doing. So if anyone's sitting at home thinking, "Oh, I could do with chatting," you might make someone's night. You never know. Sheep farts for Nitro. Is that how they do it? My God. I'll make a sheep fart in my can of Guinness. Tastes delicious. Drink it at 12. Brad says, rumor has it the first Guinness ever poured got an 8 out of 10 on YouTube. Where'd you get a Voodoo Rangers? Off the bar, Matt. I thought it was a sign.
No, I nicked it off.
Oh, did you get it off Brew London?
Yeah, I pinched it off their stand.
That's why Brew London is the best for stuff like that, because I got this one. I got that
Yeah,
from Brew London.
that would be normal.
My Hofmeister rubber beer, man. Love it. And I got it for free. Love it. World section of Tesco for the Nigerian Guinness. So Tesco sell it as well. There you go. So if you want to try the Nigerian one, I don't like it. I want that one. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Steve, a sub to Tom, top man. Thank you, Steve. B&M used to sell the Nigerian Guinness. Phil Silver Johnny says, all in previous glasses, he'll probably lose about 30% of them moving. Sharp right turn smash. I did quite well when I moved. I only lost one beer glass, I believe, if I remember correctly. But moving's horrible. It's just pain in the arse.
I found some gaffer tape.
Steve's Place is a great channel, mate. Better than this, Josh. Cheers, Brad. Cheers, mate. Love you, wanker. Cheers, mate. Guinness is an acquired taste. It certainly is. I'm American. I hate Budweiser. There you go. Yeah. I don't mind Budweiser, if I'm honest. Oh, that's nice.
Do you want one?
That is nice.
Do you want one of them, Paul?
How many have you got?
2.
Oh, I'll have one.
Yeah, I'll sort you out. Don't worry.
That is nice.
I have 2.
Oh, got doubles. He's got twins.
So if you want one, I'll hook you up.
Oh, top man. Top man. Fuller's still one of my favourite breweries. My granddad preferred Beamish Stout. There you go. There you go. Another traditional. I was going to get a tracksuit from Audi once, but it was Audi Das. Way, brother. Stan, the man, how you doing, brother? Because my wife hates Guinness, not the drink itself, but the mess I make on the toilet the day after.
Render that bad boy.
Love it. Do what?
When you render it the next day, it's like looks like when you go to Wales and you see the rendering on the house. That's what the toilet was.
I've had 2 pints of Guinness. I'm going to change it up now. We'll have something different. Steve says, right, you love you, gents. You must say night. Take a good. What? Take and good in case I don't speak to you before. Have a good move, mate. There you go. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for watching, mate. Thank you for getting involved. We appreciate it. Lovely to hear from you. Right, I'm off to bed. I have to take the wife to hospital early to get her mouth sewn shut. I'll catch you later. Friar Joseph Brew Review, thank you for getting involved this evening, mate. Lovely to virtually meet you. Thank you for getting involved. Appreciate it. Take care, buddy. Take care. Stephen. Stephen, is that his name? Oh, yeah, Steve. Rich says, duct tape being pulled still makes me laugh. Sounds like a big dirty fart after a few beers. John should create a beer stout called Slumberjack's Axe. Oh, Slumberjack's Axe. Sounds like a Witchwood beer, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Dave Wilson says, hi, Lydia. Do your best Randy Savage impression. Oh, yeah, feel the power. No, I can't do Randy Savage at all.
He goes like this. He goes,
Put the man from behind. Oh, yeah. Hey up, you mad slash. John, you moving or you been burgled?
yeah.
Not John.
I'm moving, man.
He's moving. He's moving. He's moving. He might be wrong. I'm out here. Take care, lads. Take care, buddy.
See you, dude.
Hi, Joseph. Brew Review. Top guy. Dave Wilson. Hello, Mark. Mark, how are you, fella? How are you, mate? You're not monkey. Dave, mate, you okay, bud? Okay, thanks, Mark. How are you? Everyone's chatting, which is a beautiful thing. Rich says, disturbing fact, I still haven't tried the Lord's Brewery beer.
Outrageous.
Have you not tried the Lord's beer yet? What's up with you? Jim says, in Hawaii, we call Budweiser a Brad. How am I going to read that? A Bradhadavazat. A Bradhadavazat. A Brad advise up. Why would they call it that? I tried one of them buffalo wraps from KFC. Nice, but stings the ring. Sting the ring. I don't know. I always have the same thing though when I ever have a KFC, which is pretty rare. I don't need a boneless bucket. Boneless bucket. Do you think Guinness will ever do kegs for any of these home beer machines? Oh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? That'd be awesome. I'd love a keg of Guinness in the beer monster.
No.
But I'm not sure they would work with the Nitro version. So unless they did a Guinness original keg, I guess it's unlikely to happen. I'm waiting for John to send me a try before you buy. Oh, I see. Start off some free beer. I like your style. His house got bigger. It got bigger. All the stuff's come off the walls. Getting bigger. Says, okay, mate. Love you guys. All the best to John and Lids and the Bairns.
Thanks, bye, man. Better than it was.
John, thanks to that reminder, gave one of each of the bottled beers to my brother. Like myself, he enjoyed them. Fantastic. There you go. Another Lord's fan. A quick check-in with everyone. What's everyone drinking? Is anyone drinking? Because I don't think anyone's actually mentioned. What are you drinking? Ada, random question, but what got you into the beer scene? I don't know. Just my interest in different styles of beer and different flavors of beer. Like most people, I grew up drinking mass-produced cheap lager in the pubs with my mates, and then one day I decided I wanted to try different things. I remember Brewdog Punk IPA. That was one of the beers that changed it for me, and Blue Moon, the original Blue Moon, the orange Belgian style wheat beer. Those two beers completely changed the way I drink beer after that. I was just like, wow, beer can taste this good and this different. And then from then on, I just wanted to try more and more beer styles. And that was it. I was obsessed after that. And I started watching various YouTubers reviewing beers. And I thought I could do that. And then I started doing it. And then now I'm working for a brewery. So it's all gone full circle. So yeah.
You've done well, mate. You've done well.
One of them things. What's the name of the pub, John?
It's called Lord's Brewing Co. Tap Room.
There you go.
I've been very, what's the word? Creative with the name.
You can tell we thought long and hard about that one.
It's been a difficult choice.
Long and hard. David's still on the boxcar. Fantastic. CGI is drinking the Kronenberg 1664. Why not? Let's just open a bottle of Asahi. That'll be my last one of the night. Don't go mad in a week. No, that's sensible. Mark says, defo cool when you're open. Well, I think we're all going to go up there. When it opens,
Yeah, man.
It's going to be like an Avengers Assemble thing, but with overweight beer reviewing YouTubers instead. Yeah,
It's going to be awesome, man.
Assemble. We're all going to come up, so it'd be beautiful to see loads of you there. Beautiful. Mark Jones says, I'm on the orange. You nutter.
He's outrageous, that boy.
Unbelievable. Shocking. Trader says, you're beautiful, unique, individual, energized, 3D to ultra mega high definition love being.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Ultra mega high definition.
I'm a multi-dimensional love being, apparently.
It's an energized 3D ultra mega high definition sex pest.
She might agree with that one.
Jim Dio, how you doing, Paul? I haven't been on a live in ages. I'm going to say I haven't seen that thumbnail in a long time. How the hell are you? Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us. Footy Mad 007. Hi, gents. I'm drinking a Blanche Brussels white beer. Keep up the good work with the reviews, etc. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Looks like he's drinking an absolute beauty, like a proper Belgian white beer. That's very nice. Bully Facteur, do you like the coffee Guinness? I don't mind the coffee Guinness. I think that's a decent. The aroma was incredible. That's what I do remember. When I cracked that can, I was like, "Wow, that full on smells like a strong cup of coffee." The flavour wasn't quite as strong, but it was still nice. So yes, I do like it. I do like it. Ada's drinking some Vocation Araki from Tesco. I don't think I've tried that one. I don't think I've tried that one. Big fan of Vocation. We like Vocation, don't we, John?
We do. We like the rotation.
They're a good bunch. They're a good bunch. We met him a few times at various beer festivals, and we also went to the Vocation Bar in Leeds, which weren't you telling me is now shut?
Yeah, the one in Leeds. So I found out a bit about what it was about. I was out with them last Wednesday with the guys from Vocation.
Yeah.
And they were saying that basically, I'll just turn around. The landlord wasn't really looking after the building.
Right.
So it was more or less that the landlord kind of didn't want them in there. And they were having trouble with. Do you remember when we went in and we were like, "It's so hot in here"?
Yeah.
So basically, the ducting, so the extraction wasn't working correctly, and he wouldn't fix it.
Oh, brilliant.
So it came to the end of the lease, and Vocation were like, "No."
Oh, that's a shame, man. That's such
Oh,
a
yeah.
cool venue.
But I mean, it's interesting because I've heard this a couple of times where people say, "Oh, but Leeds is dead," and I just think it's. I don't know what they're comparing it to.
No, I don't know what they compared it to
Because
either.
it's not at all. I mean, the amount of places that are open, I wouldn't like for the average beer person.
Yeah.
I would have said it's mega.
Yeah, if someone was to say to me, right, you got the choice of any city up and down the country right now for a lash up, Leeds would be top of that list.
Hmm.
Easy. Just the breweries you've got there. So you've got Northern Monk, Brew York, Thornbridge, Vocation, Tartarus, not to mention Tapped, which
Tapped.
has a variety of beers on there.
Yeah, because of that.
You've also got White Locks,
White
which is
Locks,
there.
yeah. And the Turkish
Turks,
store.
yeah, Turks Bar. That's it. Leeds is a great city for drinking. Really is. That beer reviewers assemble coming to a screen near you. Coming this summer.
Live.
Rated PG and a half. Randomly testing my blood sugar on Sunday using Vicky's mum's diabetic blood tester. Jesus Christ, 19.4. Jeez.
Wow. Had you just had a chocolate bar or something like that?
Hey, that's mental. I'm actually slightly worried for you, if I'm honest.
Look how fair that is, man.
Mark Jones, that's not good, mate. But good job you found out. Get yourself to the cracks, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
19.4. Ooh. What's the foreign Guinness? I like it. I've had the Nigerian one before. I can't remember if I preferred that one or the Irish one. Because there's two different ones. There's the one that's brewed in Nigeria and there's the one that is actually brewed in Ireland. But I will be reviewing that Nigerian one because it's been a while since I've had it. But it's very good. It's very, very good. It's certainly a level up from the standard Guinness, that's for sure.
Sorry, we're making lots of noise.
What was that? With all the packing, John, have you realised how much useless crap you've collected over the years?
Oh man, Stan. I despair. I have stuff. I've got a bin liner here full of rubbish in between my legs. and that's full. And we've done, how many tip runs have we done? We've done
Well,
3 full tip runs,
Wow.
and we recently had a purge as well.
Loads of charity shop.
The local charity shop's having a field day at the moment.
Bloody hell. That is the good thing, though, when you move. When me and Abby did the same thing, we did 2 tip runs, and you do clear out a load of shit. And to be honest, we could probably do it again. That woman has got so much fun. Unbelievable. Cheers, man.
Most of it's mine.
Oh, really? To me, it's not. It's not at all. It's all Abby. Jim says, have you ever had Kronenberg Blanc on tap? Pub off of Fleet Street used to go to for years. Did it? It got us all mangled. I don't think I ever have a Kronenberg Blanc on tap. Doesn't ring a bell, that's for sure. Kronenberg Blanc. I have to look out for that one. Vocation Bar in Leeds was the best. The Vocation Bar was superb. What was it called? The Assembly at Vocation or something. It was really good. A load of food places in there, so you could drink a load of Vocation beer and then have a pizza, and then massive great pizza oven next to you. And that, it was great.
It was awesome, and the falafel guys, they were a highlight.
Falafel.
Falafel.
They fell over. John, have you decided about the kitchen at the tavern? Says Jim.
So, I think the best way of doing it is probably the best thing. So I don't really want to run it because I know absolutely nothing about it. But I would like to give a street food trader a chance to have a go. You know, where somewhere they might have wanted to have a restaurant, but maybe don't have the money to start up, don't have lots of money for a deposit, but they want to do it. And maybe promote local. It'd be nice to promote local street food traders, so somebody could come in and maybe rent it for a quarter, and then, or even a month if it's they only want it for a month or whatever, and then maybe they can make up their mind whether they can make a model that would be worth then opening a proper restaurant.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
It's a thought. It's a good thought. I like it. He likes it. It's hard work. You have to keep a note on everything that comes in, and then you've got like 3 days to consume fresh food. Otherwise, you've got to throw it out, even if there's nothing wrong with it. It's just so many things, so much red tape involved in serving food anywhere. It's a pain in the ass. It really is. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And you have to go through the whole. You have to do a whole food supervising course thing, which I'm currently doing. I've done the course. I've just got to do the assessment now. It's so boring. It's just about bacteria and keeping everything safe and making a note of everything and logs and all that. It's just like, oh God, give me a break. In the 90s, John, Leeds was heaving. It's not what it was. Not what it was.
Yeah, you know, like even Huddersfield, dropping back to the noughties. I mean, it was heaving at night, heaving in the evenings. It's not what it was. I think drinking culture has changed, and I guess we're dinosaurs really in the way that we treat alcohol and what we do with it. So I think there's a lot of good real ale drinkers. It just doesn't. The younger ones that are coming through and drinking real and craft ale really are drinking it because they love it and they understand the craft, which is awesome because that isn't about getting smashed. And the old guys that are hanging around like us that just really enjoy craft beer, we just want to have fun, don't we?
Exactly.
And no hangovers.
Yeah, that's it. Drinking, not being an idiot, just having a good night. And that's where good beer comes in. Exactly.
Hi, David Longstaff. How are you?
Longstaff. Hi, boys. So he's invested in a Nitro research, trying it this weekend. Can't wait. Yeah, I've had 2 pints of Guinness through my cheeky Nitro surge this evening. I'm enjoying it. I think it's a good little bit of kit. I like it. Been enjoying it. Now on the Dragon Stouts. Ooh, not a fan of the Dragon Stout. I find it too sweet. Too sweet myself, personally, that one. Sounds good, that, John. Give different street food vendors a chance. Yep. Sometimes that's the best way. Just get them in. Get them in for a Saturday or something, so you got a food option rather than investing in the kitchen for yourself. Just have a food option there. And like you can take like 10% of their takings for the day or something. You're giving them some
Yeah,
business.
we could do it, or I'd like it where they really give it a go. So they're really like trying it to run it themselves, and they'll make mistakes and stuff. They're bound to, but it'd be nice to see people do well out of it. Off the back of what we're doing. So for me, if it paid towards the upkeep of the bar, then that's fine. And the only other thing they'd have to do is cover their own energy.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of them come prepared nowadays, don't they? They've got all the grill and everything's all run off gas and that. They've got the colour gas canisters and that. So,
but we've got a massive, huge six hob top and oven, massive oven, huge extractor, massive, like really big, and it's all stainless steel all the way around. Prep tables, everything. The only thing that's missing is it needs a commercial fridge and freezer in there, but otherwise, and like commercial microwave. Everything else is in there.
Bradders is off, so he's going to have to call it, lads. Been nice chatting, Paul. Good to hear you're doing well in the new job. Nice seeing you as well, handsome John. Good luck on the move, and we'll catch you, lad, soon. Take care, everyone in chat. Been a pleasure. Top man, Brad. Thanks for stopping by. Do appreciate it.
Legend.
Where was I at? Jim says, open a kitchen up to pop-up restaurants, or let me immigrate to the UK and I'll run it for you.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
And that Jim's chef. Is the Nitro Surge worth it? I saw Raggy just say bollocks to it and shake the can.
I love Raggy.
Sounds like Raggy. Do you know what? It is a gimmick. It is a gimmick. And I'll be honest, unless they drop the price of these, it won't last long. That would be my prediction. Unless they start selling these at the same price as the normal Guinness, then I don't really see how this will continue to sell. That is my honest opinion. But for what it is, I'm glad I've got it, because I will definitely buy those Nitro Surge cans again and drink it like that again, because that was a lovely Guinness. It was very nice. But I kind of get the feeling it will vanish. Probably this time next year, it might not even be there. That would be my guess.
I'd tell you what I think might make a comeback is the old. I think this summer home drinking is going to come back a little bit more, because I think so. Because I think people are pulling in the purse strings and they're still drinking at home, and I think they'll miss the draft option because they haven't got the pub experience. And I reckon a lot of people will drink out of various beer machines like the Beer Monster. I think Aldi and Lidl and stuff will probably launch an equivalent of the Beer Monster, and I think they'll be coming out. And I think you'll see like the Perfect Draft. I think those will they'll be getting back on steam for the summer.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. If we have a good summer, everyone's having garden parties and barbecues and that. It wouldn't surprise me. But I'm hoping, obviously I'm hoping the good weather comes and people just want to come out and have a beer. And that's where the pressure is on with pubs and bars and tap rooms to appeal. And that's why food's so important, because it's all good coming out and having a few pints, but you need to have something to eat as well. And it's it's tricky. 100%. It is tricky. Stan says, John, just sell steak, chips and peas and a fancy cut tomato. I'll be there.
Oh yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Sounds good, doesn't it? I haven't seen Kronenberg on draft for a long time.
No,
I'm not sure last time I saw Kronenberg on tap anywhere.
Oh, I'll tell you what I'd like to get, a Krombacher tap in my new one.
Oh, we got Warsteiner on tap in the pub near us. Oh, it's amazing. It is amazing. Like every time, it is beautiful. Such a good point. Ridiculously good beer. That ridiculously good beer. Would you recommend the perfect draft type systems? Yes, I would. If if you're drinking from home a lot, and I don't know what the price of the perfect draft kegs are these days. I've got that shiny machine I've got right by the end of my thumb there, a beer monster, and I like that one because I can buy a mini keg from any brewery I like. Really, any brewery that sells mini kegs, which a lot of your local independent breweries do. I can put it in there and I can chill it to the temperature I want, and I can add the CO2 to it as I want. It's not a very flash machine, but it does what I want it to do personally as a drinker. And that's the only thing with the perfect draft, which I do like. You can only get certain beers on it, and generally they're beers that are owned by AB InBev. So it's a bit of a pain, but it depends what beer you like. Depends what beer you like, and depends what your budget's like. But I quite like the perfect draft. I think it's quite a nice looking machine.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I
But
think
I have a beer monster. A beer monster's still in business because they've gone quiet,
I
haven't they?
honestly don't know. But the machines you can get, I tried to import them myself, but it's a lot of expenditure for, I don't know, the potential of a supermarket coming and getting the same product.
Yeah.
So they are out there, but there are good ones. This is the problem with them. There's good ones and there's bad ones. The beer monsters are pretty good, but I know that some of the other ones can be a bit hit and miss. So, but I don't know. If I saw one in the supermarket and it was under 100 quid, I'd buy it. I'd give it a go. As long as it's got temperature control. I think why not? But perfect draft. If you're somebody that likes, you're not bothered about your independent breweries, and you just want your favourite lager, and it happens to be AB InBev, then yeah, fine, go for it. Perfect drafts. It's a good quality machine. But as for if you want something weird and wonderful, then sort of beer monster-esque machines are very good. I've still got mine. It's at the brewery at the moment, actually, funnily enough. But I found all the bits here. It's definitely going to my new house. That Lydia doesn't know, but it will be in my new house for sure.
Like I say,
Perfect for a barbecue, isn't it?
it's just that it is. It's just that flexibility. It's being able to get beer from your brewery down the road. It's things like that. If you got down the road from me, I've got Tring Brewery, I've got Mad Squirrel, I've got Rebellion, I've got who else have I got near me? I've got Leighton Buzzard Brewing. They all do mini kegs. They all do 5 litre mini kegs. So you can support your local breweries, 20 quid or whatever. Get yourself a keg of beer, whack it in there, chill it to what you want, add as much CO2 to it as you pour in the pint as you want. It's perfect. It's the perfect thing. And like I say, you're not restricted. You're not restricted by which beers you can have. So it's I just think it's win-win, a machine like that. Personally. But there you go. Right, I am going to quickly pop to the loo. So if you hold the fort for 2 minutes, I'll be right back.
I will hold the fort. In fact, I might open my chocolate.
Do it.
So give each a month and make a name for the pub as the place to go. No one else does it. Street food in a pub with quality. Well, the thing is about doing it on a month-to-month basis is it's a lot of setup, and when you're working with somebody else, it's letting. How do I explain it? It's learning how each other works and whether you can work together or not. You know what I mean? I don't really want to keep doing that every month. But we'll just see. I mean, could be a 3-month thing. I don't know. Do you ever watch Paul and Michelle on Rate My Beer? He proper messed up the Nitro Surge review. I do occasionally watch them, yeah. I haven't seen that. I'll go and give him a look. They seem like good fun, actually, those guys. in fact, they've ordered some beer off me, but I've not sent it because we've got some new beers coming out. I'd like to send them a few more at once rather than paying postage twice. Jim says, funny, Mark, just watched them today. There you go. Brad, everybody's waving goodbye. Warsteiner was in a pub near us, Paul. Decent tip. I love it. It's not bad, is it? Jim, they're good people. I've just started watching them and subbed to their channel. Yeah, I have too. They're good fun. David Longstaff says, is there a beer machine ideal for one person? My mates are not big drinkers and my girlfriend hates beer. Well, if you did use like the beer monster style thing and use the CO2 bowl, you could probably drink a beer over a week. But you would be drinking 5 litres. The Krups, what about the Krups machine? That's quite a small amount, but it's not very cost efficient, is it?
No, it's a rip-off. It's you get a 2 litre a 2 litre sub thing, and you're lucky if you get 4 pints out of it, because half the time the first one is just a pint of froth. So and they're not going down either. Beer Wolf, one of them. Their prices have gone up every year like clockwork, and the only time they do offers is when the beer's coming up to its best before. It's there's not they're not good value for money anymore, unfortunately. And again, it's the same situation. You're locked in with Heineken, so it's the beers and breweries that are owned by Heineken. And even then, there's still no Beavertown, which I find baffling. You can't get a Beavertown sub, which is really, really odd. Really odd.
That's odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. I am completely switching it up. So
I'm going to see if I've got any beer. It's making me want a beer.
I've had 2 Guinnesses, 2 Nitro Surge Guinnesses, and thoroughly enjoyed them. But what I'm going to do now is a bit of an experiment. I was going to review this beer. I was going to do a recorded review, but I thought, sod it, I'll drink it with you guys. It's from Polly's. Now, Polly's, I really like their pale ales, their IPAs. If you're familiar with Polly's, they're all about their tropical New England style pales and IPAs. One thing I've never had from Polly's is a Westie, a West Coast IPA, and I love a West Coast IPA. So this is a new one from Polly's. So this is called Shape Curator. West Coast IPA is coming in at 6.1% ABV. The standard teardrop logo, teal green looking logo on a black and white design can. I got this from Trembling Madness. I think I paid just over $5 for it. There it is in the glass. Now that is a very hazy and slightly light looking West Coast IPA. That looks like a more of a New England style. But the aroma is very much a West Coast aroma. So this is going to be interesting. Smells juicy. Smells piney. I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers, everyone. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's got all the pininess, all the bitterness. Oh, that piney bitterness is really lingering. That's properly bitter. Doesn't tell you how many the IBU count on this, but I imagine that's right up there. So I'll tell you what this reminds me of.
Chips, fish and chips on a beach in Faliraki.
Not that. That reminds me of your West Coast Pale that you did.
No way, really?
Mm.
I'll be darned.
What was that one called?
Mount Helix.
Mount Helix, that's the one. That piney bitterness at the end really reminds. I wasn't expecting that. It's juicy up front, but there is we found a beer.
Yeah, I've got one in the fridge.
We got. Yeah, one of his own. Very nice. I got a bottle of that to review.
Glencairn Porter. Oh, what a
got-
beer!
I got a bottle of that to review, and I got a bottle of the LA Speed Check, the Mountain IPA to review as well. Oh yeah, baby. So that is juicy, piney, bitter. That's a decent crack. I wasn't expecting that. That's I think that's a thumbs up from me. Oh, that is bitter. It really lingers. A lingering bitterness from Polly's. Well done, Polly's. Wow.
Cocumalones, they're called.
Oh,
Cocumalones.
co-cumalones.
Cocumalones, is that how it's pronounced? They're basically in a hop, and they hang around on your tongue for ages and give you that bitterness.
Yeah, I say that's I don't even see what it says. There must be a bit of flavour text on it. It's one thing Polly's don't do. They don't give you much in the way of info. Broody murdered.
Let me just double check.
Water, malt, barley, oats, wheat. There's quite a bit of body on this. I think that's why I didn't think it was going to be very good, because it's really hazy. But that is that's decent. That's decent. Quite like that. Shape Curator from Polly's. Not bad at all.
Cohumalone, that's how you pronounce it. Cohumalone.
Cocumalogne.
Yeah. The primary bittering component of hops are the 3 alpha acids: humalone, adhumalone, and cohumalone, combined of alpha acids.
It is.
There you go.
It is that bitterness does always taste a little bit acidic, doesn't it? That kind of makes sense. Pardon me.
Alpha
Well,
acids
today they
only
did do-
become bitter by boiling them.
There you go. So in the boil, so they obviously went hell for leather during the boiling process with the hops. The aroma-wise,
Interesting.
it's quite subtle, so I don't think they did too much in the way of dry hopping once it was fermenting. But wow, it packs a punch. It packs a punch in the flavour. Mark, today they did perfect draft and bottled at Lowenbrow, one of my favourite macro lagers. Here you go. I don't think I've ever had standard Lowenbrow lager. I don't think I've ever had it. I've had their Oktoberfest beer, which I found really underwhelming. But I had just drunk like the Wein Stefana and the Paulaner Oktoberfest beer, so there's no sort of matching them really. They're the daddies as far as I'm concerned. Mark says, right, I'm off. Take care, both, and hope everything goes well, John. Cheers, both of you. Cheers,
Thank
Mark.
you, mate.
Thanks
We've
for
still got
joining
a
us,
bit
mate.
of time yet. Might be homeless soon.
Homeless.
Hope not.
Let's hope not. That'll suck. If I say night, Jim, night, Mark. Beer Hawk brand going soon, and they're just going to be called Perfect Draft, and that's all they'll be selling. Is that true? Is that true? Beer Hawk are going. Oh. Leah Miles just dropped a thumbs up. Thank you, Leah. We love you.
Hi, Leah.
She's off to bed. She's off to bed.
a
Thank
good
you, Leah.
She's
Bless
a
you.
good one.
She came in, said hello, did a thumbs up, and went to bed. Jim says night, Leah. David says no night, Leah. Says Yart says I really need to do another Lord's Order. It's been ages. Just so hard up right now. I can only afford 1664.
Don't worry, man. That's what
all
it's
right.
like at the moment.
It is. I think a lot of people are in the same boat, mate. A lot of people are in the same boat. It's yeah.
It'll get better.
It will. It will. We'll be all right. Everyone will be all right. Get your head down. Keep working. You'll be reets. Jim says, sorry, Paul, missed the start. So you have a new job and not gardening anymore? Yes, I have a new job. I still do a little bit of gardening, but I work for a brewery now. I'm a taproom manager for a craft brewery. It's a brewery that I really like, and it was one that me and my wife used to go and visit if we had a bit of time off and have a few beers. They're on a farm near Watford, and fell in love with the place. It's called Creative Juices. Creative Juices Brewing Company in Rickmansworth near Watford, and yeah, fell in love with the place. Went down there and I chatted with the the owner called Ben. The video is actually on my channel. You can go through it. And I sat with Ben in the garden there, had a few beers with him, had a good chat, and we stayed in touch, stayed mates. And me and Abby would go down and have a few beers. And Ben sort of called me out the blue back in October. Must have been October. That's flown by. Bloody hell. Around October time. And he said, do you fancy sitting down and discussing you potentially working here? And it came at a time where I was like seriously considering what I was doing with my life. I'd done the same thing for a long time and wasn't really seeing much in the way of a return on it, you know. So I was ready for a new challenge. And yeah, I've been there for, what have I been there now? 3.5 months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 months I've been working in there, and I'm loving it. It's great. It's great. I love it. I get to go beer shopping and get paid for it. And I get to serve beer and talk beer and do beery trips and stuff like that. And it's wicked. I've kind of fallen on my feet with that one. So yeah, I get 2 days off a week, and then Monday and Tuesday. And if the weather's good, I'll go out and do a bit of gardening as well on the side. I've kept a few of my old customers. So yeah, I'm always doing something. But yes, I now work in the beer industry. So it's all changed. All changed. But there you go.
It's crazy, isn't it? And that really came out of YouTube as well.
Oh god, yeah. If it wasn't for YouTube, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Like I said, I found out about the brewery. So I contacted them and said I'd love to come down and do a video and meet you and introduce the brewery to everyone. And he was like, yeah, of course, I'd be well up for that. So I went down there. Just happened to be a lovely afternoon. So the sun was out. So we sat in the garden rather than went in the bar, and sat there and chatted with Ben for a good hour or so. And I had a few pints of our American IPA, which is still a cracking beer. And yeah, so we stayed in touch. I just fell in love with the place. It's on the farm. It's totally relaxed. It's just a properly good, chilled environment. It's not on the high street. It's certainly a destination venue. I mean, John will tell you, you've been there. There's no pubs nearby. You've got to want to go there, and that's where I come in. You know, I've got to make sure.
I mean, what a beautiful place.
Yeah, it is. It's an old milking parlour. It's where the cows used to be milked on the farm. It was an old working farm, and all we've done is we reused a lot of the original features. So the tap pools, the old clamps that would have gone on to the cows' teats to get all the milk, and the light bulbs above the bar, the old milk jugs and all that. You go in there, you've never been anywhere like it. It's a very original place to go and drink a beer. And I was just sold on it. Being on a farm, my dad was a farmer, so it was kind of a natural thing. I was drawn to it. Being on a farm and drinking fresh beer, it's perfect. It's perfect. So yeah, when the opportunity came to work there, I wasn't going to turn that down. No chance. So yeah, it's great. I'm well happy with it at the moment. It doesn't feel like work. It still feels surreal. You know. Still hasn't sunk in yet that I'm getting paid to do it, but it's
That's
yeah.
nice though, isn't it? That's nice.
It is. It's weird. It is weird. I enjoy going to work, and yeah, I think, like I say, I think that's the dream. I'm not going to be a millionaire anytime soon. Don't get me wrong, but it's good work. It's good work. It's and I enjoy doing it. So yeah, it's good for the brain. And if anything, I probably drink less now since I've been working there, which I kind of find surreal.
You don't have the time. That's the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying at the beginning of the stream. I haven't had the time to do these streams because I finish work generally around between 8 and 9. I get home and I sometimes just don't really fancy a beer. I'm like, I should do a beer review, and I just can't be bothered. You know, so. I kind of go through phases now. Like on my Mondays and Tuesdays when I'm off, if the weather's rubbish, I'll sit and do a few beer reviews and get them uploaded for you. But yeah, when I'm busy, it just doesn't happen. So I thought I'd do a live stream tonight. I haven't got to be up I haven't got to be in work till noon tomorrow. So I thought I'll have a couple of beers tonight and have a chill mag with you lot. So yeah, that's the story. I think I've spoken about that way too long, but there you go. Beer Hawk closed their London bar a few weeks back. So it does sound like they're going.
Interesting.
John, wouldn't a double whopper with cheese hit the spot
Oh.
right about now? Oh, it would. Yeah, double whopper. I didn't know it did a double whopper.
Well, you can actually get a triple whopper. So if you ask for a double whopper with cheese with an extra patty, you can go up to 4 or 5 if you want. It's £1 per patty.
Oh, do you know what I like about whoppers? They put tomato in them.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, proper tomato,
which I really like. I love a good slice of tomato in a burger.
Yeah.
There's not enough places that do it, but a Whopper always has a slice of tomato in it. I always like that. Jim says, "Well done, Paul. Doing what you love, quality." Yeah, thank you very much. Sounds like a dream job, Paul. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So this is obviously going to be a very serious comment. Icky bread. I've got diarrhea from eating curried goat. My bathroom smells like the Holocaust. Oh my days.
Wow.
Thank you for that contribution. Yeah.
Yeah, what I was going to say, I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. On my YouTube channel, I've not done a lot recently either, but I've had nothing really that. I went to BeerX, but I was like, do I film this? Do I not? I took my camera gear, but I think there's nothing really that different to what you saw last time. So when Paul did it, there's a really good tour of the machine, the brewing kit from SSV on your channel. It's a very much a trade insider thing. So I think I would have to say it wasn't worth filming it this time round. And I was literally purely there to go in and do business. And that's what I did. But I think my plan is when we get the bar is I am going to start literally vlogging every day. But every day, whatever I'm doing there or whatever we're doing, we're going to film it. We're going to do it. We're going to do the whole journey, everything. And every night I'll try and upload it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. The videos of seeing a bar come to fruition. You've just got an empty shell at the moment, haven't you? So seeing it come to life through to opening night, that'd be an awesome thing to document.
I'm hoping, Paul. I hope it's something that people are like interested in. You know what I mean? Like, and then it'd be nice if people like give their 2 pence as you go along, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?" And those ideas are always welcome.
Yeah, that's it. People chip in. People get an idea, see the videos, and say, "Oh, that looks cool. We should try that as well." You know, we can make this bar be the nuts. You know, the go-to place in Huddersfield. Could definitely happen. You know.
Hey, no worries, CJ. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You just enjoy the Kronenberg. I mean, God, some people don't even get to be able to buy that. So you're doing well, mate. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. If you can afford to pay the bills and enjoy a beer at some point, you're not doing all too bad, are you?
No, not really.
Nariko94. Evening, Paul. Good evening. Good evening. How are you, sir?
The Godfather.
Hope you're well. Play reggae music at the bar. Oh. What's your opinion on reggae music? Sends me to sleep.
I quite like. So Huddersfield's got quite a big West Indian and Caribbean residents. In fact, my neighbour's West Indian, and there's always in Huddersfield a pirate radio station, and I absolutely love it. If I ever catch one, I love listening to it. I just like it. It's just, but I find it very chilled.
Yeah.
You know, like very relaxed and like, I could never work with reggae on.
No.
I'd be asleep. I just wouldn't. I'd be like, just so laid back.
Yeah, I'm the same. I find reggae very relaxing. When it comes, I'm just like, ugh. But then you look at the people who listen to it, generally stoners, and they don't get nothing done either.
It can't beat a bit of reggae now and again.
Nah,
Absolutely. But I don't know what the vibe. It'll probably be an extension of the tap room. So there'll be country music on quietly.
Yeah.
There'll probably be a screen somewhere showing something like, I don't know, tractor pulling or drag racing or NASCAR dirt oval racing or something like that. It's like I started doing it on these tap room openings that I've been doing and putting random American motorsport on. People love it, absolutely love it.
What we do at Juices is we have a playlist that we play for Apple Music, and everyone who seems to work there, who has worked there, has really enjoyed their music. So they've added songs to this playlist as it's gone along. What we do, if a customer comes up to the bar and says, "I love the music," what we do is we say to them, "Thank you very much." What we do, we give drinkers the opportunity to add 3 songs to the playlist. So they can write down 3 songs of their choice and we'll add it to the playlist. So it's constantly growing. So we're basically putting music on the playlist that people want to listen to when they're having a beer. And some of the music on there is amazing, like really, really good. Proper obscure stuff as well. It's not just like well-known stuff. There's some amazing music that you would never have heard of if it weren't for people coming in and having a few beers and telling you they're enjoying the music. So that's an idea. That's a good way of doing it. You know, it's really clever. But there's some great music on there.
I'm definitely going to put some of my chill hop on. Chill hop works.
Chill hop is great, but at the same time, it's almost too chilled. Because I've had chill hop on in the bar before, and I've had people say, "God, it's proper relaxing."
It's true. You're like,
yeah, so I can't be bothered to walk to the bar and get another pint.
yeah. It doesn't get you in the party mood.
No.
Some of the Brock stuff is pretty good. It's quite upbeat.
Thank you,
a bit of a quiet
Love
See you later, mate.
Thank you. Good night. Just having a Lucky Buddha. I've never had Lucky Buddha.
No, I haven't either.
Never had it. You can get it in Costco. Lucky Buddha. I saw it the other week, and I was tempted. Is it any good?
I'm in love with Costco.
Oh, Costco's great.
Mate, I got these gloves, and even the brewers like them. They're like, these are brilliant. They're, what are they called? Thermahide gloves. They're an American product. I mean, it had to be American.
Thermahide.
When you come to right, if you want good tools, buy American. I'm telling you now. Buy American, made in American. So that Snap-on tool set I got when I was 15 years old. I've still got it now. And that's unfortunately a lot of the Snap-on stuff now is made in China, but the stuff that's made in America is really good.
Yeah,
really good.
No, I do agree with that. I've used American tools in the past, and they don't mess about, which is good. Costco's funny. You can get some absolute bargains in Costco, and then again, there's some stuff is well expensive. I was in there the other day, and I went to the clothing bit right in the middle, and they had like Adidas tree color hoodies. You know, like the original Adidas Originals logo on a hoodie. Beautiful navy hoodie. I was thinking, oh, please have it in navy. Please have it in navy. They had it in navy in my size. I wanted like 45 quid for it. I was like, that's not a deal. That's not a good deal.
No.
That's like RRP at least. You know. So by the time we added VAT, it was a 45 quid hoodie. And I was like, that's not a bargain.
Have you got did they have any more of them Orvis?
No, I looked at them as well. No, they didn't have any Orvis shirts. I proper missed the boat on that one. Hopefully they're getting back in again. But
I've only got 2 and I wear them to death. I love them.
Gotta be good. You can't beat a good flannel shirt. You can't beat it. Excuse me. Light jazz works okay.
I like a bit of jazz as well.
I've never really got into jazz, but at the same time, when you've been into a bar and it's on, you do kind of start feeling it, don't you? You're like, oh, this is nice. This is all right.
David, you're a good person to ask. You go to Weatherspoons and you quite oftenly will oftenly, that's not even a word, quite often you will watch us live stream or whatever with earphones in, I'm guessing. If you, is that a reason why you go? Because if you went to another pub and there was music on, maybe you wouldn't. Is that like a deciding factor? Do you like the fact that there's no music on?
I don't.
I mean, I personally feel that when music's on and if I'm sat under a speaker and it's too loud, it does my head in.
Yeah, you got to find the right balance, haven't you? The volume's
Mm.
got to be like a happy medium. But the only thing, I go to Wetherspoons every now and then, but I only ever stay for like 3 tops because the lack of music contributes to the atmosphere. And after a while, I'm just like, I can't stay here. I can't stay. I need to go somewhere else. You know, I have that every time I go into a Wetherspoons. After 2 beers, I'm already thinking, right, where are we going next? Even though it's dirt cheap, I just think that lack of music, it weirds me out. I find it weird drinking in a bar without music on in the background.
I've got to admit, in that when I go, I never stay. When I've been to Wetherspoons, I never stay in them. I like it for eating there. Like if I'm having a breakfast, they do a good breakfast.
They do good food in Wetherspoons. It's cheap as chips as well. Get like burger, chips, onion rings, and a pint for like less than a tenner. You can't argue with their prices.
No, if you're on a budget, it's good.
Yeah.
I love Costco, Jim. Costco is awesome. What else have we bought? We've bought. I'm trying to think now. We bought something the other day that was really random. I feel like it was a sauce or something like that. What I need to do is buy the massive tubs of Nutella in there because my kids get through Nutella like it's going out of fashion.
Nutella. It's tasty stuff, though.
Yeah,
it's tasty stuff. Costco is awesome. Great deals on large flat screens. Oh, don't. They're there as you walk in.
Yes.
Yeah, they put them right by the front door. And there was what was I looking at? I think it was a Sony, and it was an 85-inch, like an 85-inch TV, and it was just beautiful. You know, they always put like nature stuff.
Oh yeah,
like mountains and tigers walking through the grass on them, and I'm just like, oh man, I really want that. I can't help it. It's just they're beautiful. They just stop me in my tracks. I've got no intention of looking at a TV, but they just stop you in your tracks, and you're like, how much? I could maybe do that. I could maybe stretch to that. I'm like, no, keep walking, Paul. Keep walking. Keep walking. But they are beautiful. Some of these big TVs. I could have a TV just take up one side of my lounge, and I'd be quite happy with that. Just the whole wall be a screen. That'd be amazing.
that would be good. I'll be up for that. It'd be you get real dizzy playing COD though.
Oh god, yeah, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Motion sickness. My down the system got from Costco. Yeah, six 300ml and 2 400ml glasses. The bottles are unique because they are the shape of a Buddha. People make things out of them. There you go. I didn't realise that the bottle was actually a Buddha shaped as well. That's
Interesting.
That is interesting. I prefer music low volume only, says Dave. That is interesting. I use over-ear headphones, which help with the noise. I do that at work. When I'm out gardening, I have noise-cancelling earphones, so you don't hear what's going on around you, so you don't have to have the music up too loud. So, yeah, they're clever stuff they are.
I've got a pair of. I think I've got the same ones as you, Paul. Right? The Anchor
Sound Core.
Yeah, Q30s. They're flipping.
They're very good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
And they've lasted so well.
Very good. Have any of you been to Whitby? Yeah.
Yeah.
We was in Whitby together, weren't we? Was it last year or year before?
We were. It was was it last year? No, it was the year before. Yeah, it was the year before in the summer.
Yeah, that's right.
We were unlocked for a bit, weren't we?
We were, but things were just starting to. I say they were starting to get back to normal because they locked us down again, didn't they, over Christmas? But yeah, at the time it was still kind of normal. We had a nice day. We went to Whitby to do some beer deliveries.
Jim, you might like this. So I've got in the brewery a yacht flag from. It's got a whale on it, and I think I want to say it's from Hawaii or somewhere down there. It's where Cook went out, and we managed to get the Whitby Yacht Club flag to the guys in Hawaii.
That's what I remember. We were talking
Yeah.
about that, weren't we?
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. It is very cool, in fact. They also got a beer festival starting tomorrow. Is that Weatherspoons beer festival starting tomorrow? That'd be interesting. They did get some good beers on every now and then. I was drinking Lancaster Red in there a few weeks back. It was very nice. Very nice.
That makes sense. It was quiet on ordering this week and last, and I bet that's why.
Oh, maybe.
They will have had a big group buy-in, and then they'll have all been set what they had to buy. I bet that's what it is.
Imagine that, 98-inch TV. Absolute filth. Absolute filth. Jim says, I'm watching you fellas on a 55-inch Insignia brand flatty right now. Big TV. Big TV. Big guys. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Right. I've caught up with the chat. We've done just over 2 hours. I think I will wrap it up there because I don't really think I can be bothered to have another beer. But I've enjoyed chatting with everyone. It's been nice. It's been nice. It's nice to do these things every now and then. What's the rest of your week looking like, John? And in the chat, what's everyone's rest of the week looking like?
So tomorrow I'm going out and seeing some pubs locally. Seeing what's going on. See if I can sell some beer. And then it's just cracking on with house stuff, I guess.
Yeah. You've got a million things going on at the moment, haven't you? Just a tad, but I'm back at the brewery tomorrow after me couple of days off. I've got line clean tomorrow, and then I've got to rearrange the tap line because I ran out of 1 or 2 beers Sunday, and I've got a few beers at the back that I'm thinking of putting on. I've got to decide what to put on. You've always got to plan your tap line. You don't want it being too samey. And we got a few dark beers on at the moment because it's just kind of worked out like that. Plus, we had some couple of Irish beers went on for Friday, St. Patrick's night. So I've got a porter, which is about to run out. So I might just finish that off tomorrow and get that out of the way. I've got a brown ale from Elusive that I want to put on. I've got a New England IPA from Lords that I want to put on. You might have heard of it.
Never
And I've also got another Polly's IPA that I'd like to put on. So yeah, I'm going to be a day of changing the tap line up tomorrow. I'll be doing that. So and then Thursday I'm going to see Pilot in Croydon. So I'm going into town to meet those guys and check it out. So I might document that, might do a bit of a video. And then Friday I'm off. I'm going to see my mate have a fight. Not like on the street, but it's like an actual fight in an octagon. So he's been training his bollocks off. He's in great shape. So it's going to be funny watching him get his head kicked in on Friday night. So that'll be funny. And then me and the good wife are going to France this weekend. Got my weekend off. So we're going to Lille to see our friend. So that'll be fun. That'll be nice. So yeah, I can relax a little bit from Friday onwards, which will be nice. So yeah, it's interesting times. I'm just showing off at this point, I think.
Living the dream.
David Wilson's just pulled my locals had a load of beers from Nevergate. All excellent. I've had some Nevergate beers. They're not bad at all. Not bad at all. Fascinating, John. Sadly, the Hawaiians slaughtered Cook and some of his crew over nails from their dinghy.
Yeah, I heard that.
Nice. Sharks in, just as we're wrapping up. Says, hello, beer slinging slags.
How
Hello,
you doing,
Sharky.
Sharky babes?
How are you, Kev? Hope you're well, dude.
Hope your dad's doing better.
Yes. Best wishes. Best wishes to the boss. Good to see you both tonight. Off to a pub over the weekend. First time since the summer. Not sure what yet. Cheers, Slags. Cheers, CJ Art, mate. Lovely
See
to
you,
see you,
buddy.
mate. Thank you so much. Dave says good night, all. Thanks both. Good luck with the move, John.
Thank you, mate.
Top man, David. And Jim, good night, all. Great live stream, Paul and John. Thank you very much, Jim. We love
Love you, Jim. I'll see you over on Funker at some point.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for getting involved this evening. Like I say, off the cuff, I didn't plan it, but the turnout's been really nice. We had like over 30 of you at one point, which was great. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening if you're still awake. My American friends, enjoy your evening if you finish work. I'm sure most of you will have finished by now. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week. John, take care, fella. I'll speak to you very, very soon. And until the next one, you take care.